What is up, guys? It's Jared Spalding here, and for this video, I'm discussing why you cannot be spending money on silver that you can't afford to lose, or money that you can't afford to not have. Cash you can't afford to not have at hand. And I always say that you want to try to get rid of as much of your cash as you can and replace it with silver because of the fact that cash is constantly losing value, or just U.S. currency in general, and most world currencies are the same. Where they're fiat currencies and they're constantly losing value. It's while silver cannot be, subject to that same value loss. Silver in itself is always going to maintain its value. You look at every time silver goes up, it's usually because inflation's getting worse. That's probably why prices have been lower lately, is because inflation's heading down. And of course, silver prices are being manipulated all the time too. But that's, a whole topic for a different video. But anyway, you definitely, despite the fact that you should try to get as much silver as possible, you definitely can't afford to spend silver. Oh my god. You can't afford to spend money on silver that you don't have because you can't spend silver. That's what I was trying to say, It's not like silver is, at least not in this country, a complete substitute for having currency, because of the fact that currency is required to buy everyday items. You can't take something like a Philharmonic and go to the grocery store with it, at least not yet. And, even if you sold them, that's the only thing you could do. You might get your value back right now if you just, if you're buying silver, but buying and selling bullion is not really going to do you too well, because they're so tied to silver prices that if they dip down, then, you're going to be screwed, and you can't afford to be stacking for the short run. So, it's not like you can buy and sell off real quickly. It's not that easy to sell it. Sure, any place will give you some money for silver, but if you try to take it to a coin shop and get instant gratification out of it, or a pawn shop, whatever, they'll give you melt value at best, and probably even below that on your generic bars, and they might give you melt value for something like these Philharmonics, which are worth a little bit above melt, especially the 2008 I have. It's definitely worth, a decent amount above its melt value, and they all are, really, because they are, a little bit scarcer than generic bullion. So, it's not like it's that easy to sell silver immediately if you need to buy something immediately, and you need to have some disposable income in case something comes up, right? I think, let's say, let's say you get some unexpected bills because, let's say a storm goes through town, right, and it damages something in your home. Now, chances are you will have insurance on your house, but that doesn't mean that some money won't have to come out of your pocket, or an unexpected medical bill, even, let's say, because that even always with those, you always end up having to pay a little bit out of pocket, no matter how good your medical insurance is, right? And, and let's say, you put all your currency into silver and you barely have any currency, you just have enough to live off of, well then, what are you going to do? You need to have some disposable cash on you. You can't spend all of it on silver because you're going to need to have some when something comes up. You can't just have enough to get by and that's it. Because, like I said, silver can't be used as real money yet. If our currency completely failed, that might be a little bit different. But as of now, you can't take silver, go to a coin shop, I'm sorry, not a coin shop. You can't take silver and go to the store and buy something with it. It's just not going to happen. If you try to use silver coins, then you only get face value for them. And so that would be pretty bad too. So, therefore, you just can't afford to do it. You need to have some disposable cash. Even though, like I said, cash is good to try to get rid of because it really is kind of valueless in the sense that, its value is fabricated. It still is kind of what, is considered the basis of, one of the things that's considered the basis of our economy is having, cash, despite the fact that it is, the more you have, the more you're going to get robbed through inflation. You still do need some, unfortunately, to use because silver can't be used as a, means of buying stuff, in that sense at least. So, I do definitely recommend putting as much cash as you can to silver, but try to keep some on hand at the same time because, otherwise you could end up hurting yourself more, because you end up having to sell silver real fast and you have to get, below melt value for it, and that's really going to hurt you. So, it's just my thoughts on the matter, though. Let me know yours in the comment sections below. And that is it for this one. Peace, love, and much respect.